Hello friends, it's Allison Vanderslice and thank you for joining me in today's video. We're going to be taking the 6 leftover cards from the March Paper Pumpkin 2022 box. This came from Stampin' Up. I'm going to take these 6 cards and create Easter cards that I will send out to my family and friends. This first part of the video is going to be a sped up ASMR section. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like it or not? Because I don't have to do it like this if we don't like it. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoy. I hope that you liked that ASMR part. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below, or if you did, let me know in the comments below. Right now, I am setting up the first set of cards. I'm going to lay out all the pieces that I need for each of them. I wanted to make sure that my stamp would fit into that little orange piece because that's where the sentiment would go. So I'm just going to put my stamp on the acrylic block and see if it fits, and it did. I will also be using the ink that they provided in the Paper Pumpkin box, which is the Misty Moonlight Stampin' Up cube that you see there in the corner. I'm going to actually stamp this first just to make sure that it dries and I don't smear the ink, because I've had a tendency to do that recently. This card front is actually the only one that will get Happy Easter on the front of it. The other ones I'm going to stamp on the inside. I am stamping on a foam backing that is going to just give me a little bit more cushion to make sure I have a cleaner stamp. Now that first one didn't stamp too well because this was my first time using the stamp and I didn't condition it, or I didn't stamp it off on another piece of paper first to make sure that it went on smoothly. But I did like the worn touch of that one. I thought it went with the card fronts. Now I'm just going to go through and add the adhesive dots to the back of the florals and then some tape runner or tear tape to the back of the strips. And then we'll just adhere to the card front. now we're going to move on to the second card, which is this lovely mountain scene. I'm going to do the same thing as I did last time, where I will set up all the materials that I need to make both cards, and then I will put the adhesives on the back and then adhere it to the card fronts. For this third card, I'm going to come in with the Stampin' Up set, A Wish for Everything, and I'm going to use the Happy Easter stamp on the thin sentiment strips for this last set of cards. I'm going to lay out the stamps the way I think they will go, and then I'm going to adhere them to an acrylic block. Before I actually put it onto my sentiment strip, just to make sure that it's straight and the way that I like it, I'm going to test it out on a scrap piece of paper. I didn't like the spacing at first, so I adjusted it a little bit, and then I also needed to make sure that I tilted it down some, so that way it was straighter on the sentiment strips. Once I felt confident in the placement and my stamping, I'm going to go in with the sentiment strips. Now, there is a weird spacing, but I did that because I wanted to put the 3 gems onto the sentiment just to give it a little bit more pop off the card. While those get set aside to dry just to make sure I don't smear them, I'm going to get our ribbon ready for the card fronts. They suggested 7 inches. I just eyeballed it and grabbed whatever I thought would work nicely for the front of the card. We're going to fold each ribbon in half, and then I'm going to just use a piece of Scotch tape to hold it down. And here is the silicone craft sheet that they have at Stampin' Up. At least I believe that's what it's called. And this is good because any glue, liquid glue, tape, it doesn't stick to it. It easily comes off. Now I'm going to come in with all the other pieces that we're going to need for the card fronts. I'll flip them over and then put all of my adhesive on the back, remove those, and then adhere it to the card fronts. Thank you for joining me again in today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you like content like this, feel free to subscribe for more. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.